Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker sat next to his good friend Chancellor Palpatine, observing the Mon Calamari ballet performance, unaware that he was being drawn away from the Jedi and into the trappings of the Sith. As Palpatine began to increase Anakin's doubts about his allegiance to the Council, he used Anakin's nightmares about Padme to his advantage, telling the story of how Darth Plagueis could influence midichlorians to prevent others from dying, which was what Anakin wanted to hear. As they walked to the centre of the Galactic City, another piece of Palpatine's plan came together, as Anakin's closest Jedi companion Obi-Wan departed for Utapau, and he was left to dwell on his doubts without his master. After receiving a report that Obi-Wan had engaged with General Grievous' forces on Utapau, Anakin is again left alone with Palpatine, who finally reveals that he was the Sith Lord that the Jedi had been looking for, and pleads with Anakin to use his knowledge to save Padme. Full of conflict, Anakin returns to the Jedi Temple, and there he informs Mace Windu of the revelation, but to the annoyance of the Jedi Knight, he is told to remain at the temple and stay away from the confrontation. The lack of trust from Windu would be the downfall of the Jedi Master, as Anakin disobeyed the order and chose to save Palpatine by slicing off the Jedi Master's hand, sealing his transformation to the dark side. But what if Anakin had gone to Padme instead of Windu? Could she help him away from the path of the dark side? As you will discover, a lot could have been different. Anakin raised his lightsaber, scarcely believing what he was hearing from Palpatine. The Supreme Chancellor just revealed that he knew about the dark side of the Force, and Anakin could end the war now. But thinking about the fate of Padme, and what should be the proper procedure, he lowered his blade and he tells Palpatine he would report the development to the Council. But as he left the Chancellor's office, he received a transmission on his comlink from Padme, and Anakin deviated from his initial plan to go to her apartment instead. The Jedi landed by a veranda, and the heavily pregnant senator rushes to greet Anakin, but stops as she sees Anakin completely ashen-faced and quivering. The Jedi reveals the unbelievable events he had just been a part of, and Padme is hesitant to go straight to the Council, knowing Anakin would not react well to the idea. Padme reassures Anakin that she was perfectly safe, but the Jedi wants proof, so they go to the medical facility to perform preliminary checks. After the medical droids are able to prove Padme and her children would be safe, Anakin breathed a sigh of relief, then remembered that a Sith Lord was on the loose. Anakin ran off to the temple, reporting to Windu that Grievous had been defeated by Obi-Wan, and Palpatine was the Sith Lord they had been looking for. The Jedi Master no longer sensed conflict within Anakin, and along with 3 other council members, they sought to bring an end to the Reign of Terror. But as they opened the doors to the Chancellor's office, the usually occupied seat was empty, as Palpatine had sensed Anakin's change in mood. The Jedi instruct the Coruscant police and Jedi investigators to perform a worldwide search, but they knew that he would have left the planet by now. Anakin headed back to the medical center, and even more shockingly, Padme was missing. The Jedi Knight cannot contain his anger at Palpatine, shaking the entire building, until he's stopped by Windu. The Master beckoned Anakin inside the Jedi Temple, and gathered a meeting with the rest of the Council to deal with the absent politicians. Anakin wanted to hunt down Palpatine, but the Jedi decide to go to the Senate building and first deprive Palpatine of his political power. The Senate is free as separatists, all of whom have been dispatched to Mustafar, and the Jedi make their case and present their evidence of Palpatine's corruption and his role in the capture of Senator Amidala. The senators ascend into uproar, all of them annoyed at such an evil being, allowed to rule the galaxy for the duration of the war, and immediately vote to remove him of his powers. A temporary replacement of Senator Bail Organa is also brought in to be the Supreme Chancellor, and he uses his new control over the clone army to arm Palpatine, who was now acting against the interests of the Republic. Anakin is still terrified of the fate of Padme and his children, and Windu sensed it too, identifying the marriage between Anakin and Padme. The Jedi Knight turned in shame, and the Karun Master stand back to the temple, discussing this with the Council. All eyes look to Obi-Wan, but the Jedi Master remains guarded, stating that he had had his suspicions, but had no definitive proof of the breach of the Jedi Code. Anakin was soon summoned in front of the Council, and they know that it was too late for him to let go of his attachments, so they would teach him to stay from the path of the dark side. Anakin is grateful to the Council for not expelling him, and now their focus switched to returning Padme, and bringing about an end to the reign of the Sith. That is it for part 1 of What If Anakin Talked to Padme, after Palpatine revealed he was the Sith. If you'd like to see a part 2 soon, please like this video, turn on that notification bell, click that subscribe button on this channel for more tips, as well as on my other channel What If Films. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd like to see next, and how I can improve my videos. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.